Hello and welcome to Dabbling in Journals, and today I'm dabbling in two journals. I'm going to work in my vertical insert in my brown Traveller's Notebook from Traveller's Company, and then I'm going to work in my dot grid insert in my olive Traveller's Notebook from Traveller's Company. And it's getting exciting because it's soon going to be time for the new olive release to start shipping. We're nearly in April and I think it's shipping mid to end of April. So let's start with this one. Oh, don't know why my sticker book's out. So we'll go to my self-care journal, which is what I sort of focus on in this insert. And shall I take it out? Because it's at the end. My notebook is so stuffed. So stuffed. Right, so where are we? Now, before I start, I want to show you my little paper bin that I've made. Now, if you want to know how to make one of these little paper bins, I got the idea from Louise at Coffee Tea Paper, and I will link the video below where she shows you how to make it. But basically, you've just got this like little origami piece of paper that you've folded up, and it's quite nice, neat and flat to go in the back of your traveller's notebook or in a pocket or something. And then when you get to a coffee shop or wherever it is you're journaling, you magically open up the bag, if I can remember how. Oh yeah, just like that. There you go. And then you've got a little place that you can put the backs of your stickers and any little bits of tape you cut off, or any little bits of paper that you've cut, maybe fussy cut or whatever, and you can put all the rubbish in there, and then you can just empty it out, fold it back up and take it home. So genius. So I have made one following Louise's instructions, which were very clear, and I'll be using that on my desk today because I'm not in a coffee shop, I'm at home. But I shall be putting my rubbish in there and see how I get on. So I just made it. I'm quite proud of myself because I'm not very good at that kind of thing usually. So let's get started. Now I'm also inspired by Louise at Coffee Tea Paper because she did a journal spread this week, which was a coffee spread, and she used these ribbons, and she'd already gifted me some of these ribbons. So I thought, well, there's no real choice. I just have to do a coffee spread in my journal so that I can also use these lovely ribbons. So that is what's going to sort of inspire my spread today. Now I do want a sort of main element, so I thought I would use, I know there's one of these in the pet tape. Yeah, there she is, a girl drinking coffee. And look, I'm keeping my little samples together with these adorable little pegs. My granddaughters gifted me these little pegs and I had no clue what on earth I was going to use them for. But I love anything that's teeny tiny, and they came in all different colours. And as you can see, they just hold your little samples really beautifully. But if you haven't got little pegs, you could use a paper clip, couldn't you, or whatever you've got. Anyway, I digress. So I'm going to, I knew there was a little coffee girl sort of sticker here, and she is journaling. So she's drinking her coffee. Looks like she has a cupcake. I don't have a cupcake because I'm on one of my never-ending weight loss diets. So I'm going to cut her out like so, and any little bits that I don't want, I can snip up and put in my new little bin on my desk. How cool is that? So I have her, and she looks lovely with these stickers, doesn't she? Now I want some washi tape, and I'm thinking, oh, I don't know. I quite like that colour with these and her. It's like the camel colour of her Traveller's Notebook. And what else shall I go with that? Maybe, is that too much? Let me just see. What about that one? They kind of look nice together. Or I could go with a dark brown. Got a dark brown like that. Maybe. Let's see what I feel like when I actually put it on. And yeah, I'm just going to start with some washi, and I'm definitely going to use this one, which looks nice with my pen. Although for some reason I used the wrong pen on that side. I don't know why. I like it when the pen's all matching. So And I'm pleased to do a coffee theme on this page because this week, which was not this week, but the week before, it's week 12, I'd finished doing up my creative studio, was really happy with it the week before, week 11, and I'd had no PTSD episodes, and I just thought, oh, that was amazing. What a really good week. And then the following week, once it was all finished, week 12, I had 2 lots. I had PTSD episode on Monday and another one on the following Sunday. So that was really disappointing. I hoped I'd cured myself, as if that's likely to happen. I'm just going to put a bit more washi there and a little bit up here. And I want my sticker to go in the corner because I like putting my stickers in the corner. And week 12 was a really busy week for me because my son was performing in the theatre in Leicester and he was in a play. So on Monday he had a technical rehearsal. Tuesday he went into the same theatre to watch a play, a different play. Wednesday he had his dress rehearsal and then he performed Thursday and Friday. And of course, I'm his mama, so I had to go both times. So I watched it twice, both on Thursday when I took my granddaughters and my partner obviously wanted to see his son. And then on Friday I took his younger sister, she's older than him, but the younger of his 2 older sisters. And we had a meal, me and her, and then we watched his play and we both cried. So it must have been a success because we both cried. So I am going to put some of these ribbons now, which is sort of the inspiration for the whole thing. Now, where do I want to put them? I definitely want that big one there. And maybe that little one. In fact, I'm going to go for all those 3, I think. And because Louise used hers, she managed to inspire me to use mine so that I don't hoard them. Though I'm still probably going to hoard some of them because I never want them to end. I like that big one there. And put my piece of rubbish in my little paper bin. How cool is it? Really like it. I'm going to put one there. And I think I'm going to put this one right up here. I think I'm going to use some of these splashes. They look really cool too. And I should put those up in this corner, I think, or do I want them here? I think there. And it's just making me think of the fact that after I finished redecorating my creative studio and putting all my things back and making it look beautiful, or beautiful in my opinion. And the first thing that happened when I first worked at my desk was that River decided to jump up and knock my coffee over, and my coffee went all over my desk and down the wall that I just painted. So that was a bit sad. And then one evening when I was sitting working at my desk and I had a nice glass of red wine to accompany me, and I knocked that all over a different wall. So you know, that's it. I'm not going to be precious. Obviously I cleaned it up, but it doesn't look perfect anymore. Not that it looked perfect in the first place. So next thing, I want to put some stamps on. So I have some coffee stamps here. They're probably glaring horribly. And my favourite coffee is a cappuccino, so I'm going to use my cappuccino stamp. And I have some ink here, which is Distress Ink Vintage Photo. So let's see how that stamps. Let's put it there. Ooh, cool. And I now have my reusable wipes. I'm no longer using baby wipes to do my cleanup. I'm using reusable wipes and just a bit of water from a spray bottle to wet it. And then I can clean off my stamp because it's a water-based ink. Now, even if it wasn't, this would work if you're quick. So I just thought I would it was about time I stopped using baby wipes. My daughter actually pointed it out to me because she uses reusable wipes for her baby and reusable nappies. So what else would I like to put on this page? I've got some washi tape here that's got little people on. I got a sample from a shop on Etsy. I can't remember what it's called, but I'll link it below. I got some samples of washi tape and also some samples of pet tape from her in the UK. So for any of you in the UK, that's a useful one to know about. So I'll link it below. I shouldn't have torn it because I kind of lost a little person there. So I'm going to put one of these little people, because look, she's tiny, but she is holding a cup of coffee. Where shall I put her? She's tiny, so she can fit here. Cool. And then some other coffee stickers that I have, I think were also a gift from Louise, if I can find them. Or are they in here? Where did I put them? There they are. So I've got these ones that I can use as well, which is also going to be difficult because I want to hoard them. So where shall I pop some of these? I think I might put the cappuccino machine, which will be a nice contrast to this washi tape here. Or can I bear to use two? I don't know. It's asking a lot. I don't know. Oh God, mad as a hatter. Mad as a hatter. No, I can't do it. I can't use another one. So let me just pop them safely back in the front. And oh, I know what I can use. I got my little coffee bean stamp that Kiwi Penguin sent me. Where will we put some coffee beans? Let's put some down here. And I'm just using that Distress Ink by Tim Holtz again, which I hope hasn't gone through. No. I've also got this street cafe stamp, which I really like. It just is one of my favourite things to do, is to go into a nice busy city area and sit outside on a lovely sunny day with a cappuccino and watch the world go by. It's so soothing. I don't know. I've always really enjoyed doing that. When I was a child, there really wasn't any coffee shops. It's a modern phenomenon. Now they're everywhere. We used to have tea shops, but not coffee shops. Well, certainly not as many as we have now. Okay, so I've stamped in my little coffee shop. Hasn't come out that well, has it? Never mind. Maybe the ink was a bit light for such a detailed stamp, but it's okay. So I think I'm done with this spread. So that is my attempt to do a coffee spread. Oh, I just want to add one more sticker. I've just remembered. I also have these ones. Let's see if any of these would look. That's not coffee, is it? Looks like beer. Do I want any of these? I think I'm going to pop that one. It says, let's have a break. And that looks like an iced coffee. My son loves iced coffee. I like iced coffee in the winter. Certainly not in the winter. I like iced coffee in the summer, but in the winter and spring and autumn, I do enjoy a cappuccino. And I'm very lucky I have a machine like this, so I can make my own at home. Because we don't have a coffee shop in our village. We're not that modern. Right, so there's my first spread, my coffee spread, and I really love that because I really like this sticker. This is my favourite colour, and coffee is one of my two favourite drinks, wine or coffee. Wine or coffee. I should do a wine spread one time. So I'm going to put that one to one side, and now I am going to have a look at my Olive Traveller's Notebook and my focus of the week. So I'm using this insert, which is a dot grid insert, which was one of the special edition ones that Mel sent me. Thank you, Mel. And I loved it. And I loved it because obviously I don't live in the US, I live in the UK. And I didn't know what any of these things were. So the first thing I did was look them all up and take photographs of all the different places on the map, which was really good fun. And now I use it for my focus of the week. And it's getting nearly full. I'll be sad when it's full. Now, the spread I did last week, I really liked it, actually. I really liked how it came out. I liked the colours, the sort of blues and purples, which was inspired by the card that I had picked, which I will show you because there's a bit of glare. I don't know if there's still going to be glare. Let me put it on the table. Her sort of dress had this lovely purple in. Hasn't really come out well in the photograph. It had this lovely purple and blue. So I used that to inspire my spread, and the keyword on it was celestial. So initially I was a bit flummoxed, but Mel told me in the comments that on the 28th of March, 5 planets were going to be aligned: Jupiter, Mercury, Venus, Uranus and Mars, which I didn't see. Did you see it, Mel? Did anybody see them? I think you needed binoculars. Anyway, that was a little tidbit fact that I found out as a result of pulling this card. And I looked up what celestial meant, which I thought it meant something like of the heavens. And celestial bodies are in fact objects in space, such as the sun, the moon, the planets and the stars. And the term celestial comes from the Latin word for sky, celestus or something, and it also gave rise to the word ceiling, which I found an interesting little tidbit. So I was thinking, what should I focus on? And I remembered that there is a British composer called Holst who wrote a suite of music called The Planets, and he separated this music into Mars, who he describes as the bringer of war, Venus, the bringer of peace, Mercury, the messenger, Jupiter, the bringer of jollity, and Saturn, the bringer of old age, Uranus, the magician, and Neptune, the mystic. So I was listening to the Planet Suite and I really enjoyed it because it was so nostalgic. I'd completely forgotten that it was one of the pieces of music that my eldest daughter really loved when she was a preschooler. And we used to have dinosaur fights and battles to Mars, the bringer of war, and we used to play with toys and move to the music and have a really lovely time. And so yeah, this card just brought back happy memories for me, which I journaled about. So really enjoyed it. So I'm going to pick one more card from this deck. I keep saying that, I keep saying I'm going to change deck, but I really am loving the artwork on this deck, even though I bought it for Halloween. Oh, I've forgotten. It's a hard one to shuffle. It's stiff and quite large, this one. Well, it's got celestial bodies on the front of the card as well, look. So what shall I focus on this week? I really love doing this with all my different decks because I love the artwork and I love all the different things it gets me to think about, which I wouldn't have done if I didn't do this. I wouldn't have remembered dancing to the Planet Suites with my daughter. Ooh, Tranquility. Do you know what? That card is so perfect because I had a bad week last week. I decided this week that I was going to book my spa break, which I'm intending to go on next week. My partner bought me a voucher because he's adorable for a spa. And so I've booked a couple of nights. I will take you guys with me in the sense that you can't actually come. But I will journal and share my experience with you, is what I mean. So Tranquility, that is the perfect focus for next week while I'm at my spa, isn't it? So I will have a think about what else I might want to do with that card. But look at the really bright colours. So what am I going to be able to find which is such lovely bright colours? Well, I know I've got some pet tape, which again was Louise from Coffee Tea Paper who sent it to me. She sent me this lovely happy mail recently, so I'm obviously using all the things. And let's have a look. I'm sure that there was some really bright. Now, of course, I think I used one of these flowers in the last spread. Yes, I did, because it had the purple and the blue that went with that card. And now I want a much pinker one, don't I? So I'm thinking that one there, which has got the same kind of colours. And I like that light little leaf there, has got the same kind of colours. So I think I'll be going with those two. And shall I go down in the corner this week? I think I will. So how to start? Let's start with some paper. And I have some pink. Wonderful. Now, Pat, did you send me this? I think you did. And it goes perfectly for this spread, doesn't it? So I've got a lovely handmade paper in the pink, and then I think I'll just go over it in something more delicate and white. Maybe this one. I know what I'll do. I'll use some watercolour. So I'm just going to get my little travel pouch out because I know I've got some watercolours in here that are handy. Oh, the lids fell off my glue. I've got my little teeny tiny palette in here. There it is. And a water brush. So I just had to pause while my dog's had a barking fit. Oh golly, this is grubby. It needs a clean, doesn't it? Right. I don't want that browny muddy colour. I want the pink. So I'm just going to add a bit more water. So I've just added a little bit of pink watercolour, and then I'm thinking maybe something sparkly. In my little pouch here, I've got my sparkly ones. So, ooh, they've all fell out. Ooh, I'm thinking that like lilac-y colour one would look good with this card. So let's put a bit of that one on. And it's not really lilac, is it? It's more like a grey blue. I really need to put a swatch in here of these colours because I can never work out. Let's try a bit of this one. I can never work out what colour they're going to be. That one's more purple. Not that it matters. I think that looks really nice with that card. That's still a bit wet, but never mind. I'm going to press on. I've got big puddles of colour there. So I'm going to put my pink over the top. Like so. And look at the colour coming through. Oh, it's soaking it up. That's so cool. And then I'm going to put my little sort of soft white piece. It's more of an off-white piece. It matches the paper though, doesn't it? I don't know, can't quite decide how to do it. I think it's too big. I'm going to go here. I feel like I want an element there, and I'm not sure what. So I've just pulled out these stickers, which I think look really nice. It's got moon on as well. So I think I'm going to put one of those down here. See if it'll stick on my wet watercolour. I'm so impatient. Why don't I just wait for it to dry? I don't know. I can't. So then I want to put some of my really lovely bright pink flowers. Oops. And then I want some leaves. I wanted that one there. I changed my mind. I think I want to put my photo there. I'm going to put that there. And I want one more just floating away. Look, that puddle of paint is still not dry. I feel like if I dab it, I'm going to take away the intensity of the colour. Really love how the colour looks when it's come through that paper, look. That's really bright and vibrant. Interesting. And this little leaf, I think I'm going to have flying off that way. And then I think I'm going to just print the photo and see how bright that comes out, because I'm sure I have my printer nearby. Okay, so I'm just going to print the photo. And then all you do is you go into the Sprocket app, if I can find it. Just going to print a copy. And here it comes. And I took quite a tiny picture, so I'm just going to cut that out. And I'm going to add it to my little collage. Painty wet, and that paint's still wet. It's never going to dry. Should have got my heat gun out. I think I'm going to just pop that there. So I did quite a small photograph of my card. So that's my finished little collage, and I shall be able to journal about Tranquility next week, which is perfect because I will be in a spa. And I also did my coffee themed spread. So thank you very much everybody for watching. I do have another little giveaway coming up on my channel. In fact, I might do it in the next video. So if you're interested, look out for that. And I will see you very soon. Bye.